Good afternoon, folks. I'm back on here on going to be posting this to YouTube today, along with the other video I did down at the Indian of Albuquerque motorcycle shop, doing the pre-checks on my Indian. So today is Tuesday, 29 March, and day after tomorrow is when I'll leave with 3 other Indian riders to the first Indian riding group rally in Tucson, Arizona, which is the weekend before Arizona Bike Week starts. My Indian is currently covered up right there outside. It's not packed out yet, but everything is good to go on the bikes, ready for my first long haul on the Indian. And I will post what was good and bad about the ride on the FTR next week after I get back, and I'm sure I'll have a lot better experience and ability to say what I did like and what I don't like about the FTR, what its strengths and weaknesses are in terms of touring on it. And I'm sure the seat will become a factor. So far, it has not become a factor in my daily riding. I have just actually gotten to about 6,000 miles with my riding this past weekend. So what I'm doing for the trip, and I've mocked it up on the bike, but I have not put it on the bike yet because I haven't packed out yet, is right there in the middle. My wife got me the Indian messenger bag that mounts to the left side along with a mountain kit. I've already used it, and the bag actually carries a lot more than I expected. And then she got me a 3-liter gas can that fits perfectly onto the luggage rack that I ordered the bike with. And along with that, and I've already mocked this stuff up on the bike, so I know it's going to work. For the can, it came with no mounting hardware when I ordered it. So we went to that other dealership, that the clothing company, that clothing and accessory company that also happens to sell motorcycles. Used to be the other way around when I bought my Harleys, but that's just a joke for any of my Harley Davidson friends that watch this posting. I got a couple of pals that work at the 2 dealerships in that I frequent in New Mexico. So I got that 3-liter thing, and I got the straps from Harley Davidson because there's not a lot of accessories you can get at the Indian dealership, which is fine. They focus on bikes. They sell some clothing, some accessories, but I went down to the dealership there in Albuquerque, and they had exactly what I needed. Those straps that they sell for their luggage, I tested them out, putting them on the bike with that tank, that fuel can, and it works. So that is what I am going to secure the fuel can to my luggage rack with. And then to the left of that is my Nelson rig that I used to have, or that I probably still put it on my Buell whenever I ride my Buell, which I don't do that often. But I usually ride my Buell with that Nelson rig on it. And I've put it onto the Indian, and it fits perfectly on the pillion of the FTR seat. And I don't strap it underneath the seat because I didn't want to go through the hassle of taking the seat off, because you have to do a bunch of unbolting to get the seat off of the FTR. But the straps reach around underneath the fuel tank, which is fuel tank / fender of the bike. And I've ridden with it a few times like that, and the Nelson rig works perfect, and it's going to give me a good amount of space to put the luggage that I need, which is really just 1 pair of pants, and some wet weather gear, and some other stuff, first aid kit, and some other stuff that my wife will actually help me prep for this ride. I told her, we'll just do prep like we usually do, which is what I used to do when I was in the Army and the infantry. You know, it's kind of just like a little weekend exercise. So we packed that way. We got the Ziploc bags for waterproofing my clothes and everything else that needs to be waterproofed. And then I got the this Spec Ops or SOG or whatever the hell they call it bag that has a camelback in it, and I'll probably put some water in it. But this little backpack here actually fits an incredible large amount of stuff into it. So that'll go on the top. So my go-to stuff, my quick get-to stuff will be in the Indian messenger bag, and then the stuff that I need to get to next on the road will be in that camelback / backpack, and then the stuff that I don't need to get to till we get to the rally, and that I can store into the hotel room, will be in the Nelson rig, which will probably include my laptop, batteries for Well, the batteries for the GoPro I'll probably keep in the messenger bag or in that camelback / backpack. So those are my my luggage stuff that I'm going to be rigging onto the FTR tomorrow before the trip. I don't have anything rigged on it right now. We're getting intermittent rain showers today, and tomorrow's supposed to be a thunderstorm. So tomorrow my wife will help me pack out like she used to do when I was in the Army for deployments, and or going to the field when I was in the infantry. So she'll help me pack out, and she's real good about that. So there it is. That's my pack out for tomorrow. And as you can see, the Buell's taking up the Indians parking spot while I'm gone for the weekend. And I keep my Buell mainly out here on the deck until I enclose this part of my shed, which you can see there I've been doing some digging out, and I'm going to expand the deck 2 feet on both sides. So I'll have about 17 feet by 12-foot deck that I'm going to enclose for the bikes, because we just ordered a Pursuit a few weeks ago and we're waiting on that to come in. So the Pursuit and the Fat Boy will be out here as well, because the Pursuit's too heavy, too big to put into this small shed. But this works perfect for my Indian, my Buell, my 2 Sporties. So still got the Harley side right here. My 2001 Sporty, which I am slowly rebuilding. I've bored it out to 1250, but my mechanic's gonna go ahead and do the heads and the cams on it, and some transmission work. So I should have done it last year all in one shot, but oh well. He'll be doing that here in the next few months. So that's it. That's my pack out. And I hope you all are keeping safe. Maybe I'll see some of you that ride Indians down at the rally. If not, I know I don't have a lot of followers. I'm not as charismatic or as popular or whatever as a lot of other YouTubers that I follow, who are like Moto Marvelous, Blockhead, the Bearded Bobber, you know, to name a few. $1 Million Bogan, of course. That maniac has done more for Harley Davidson than Harley Davidson has done for themselves. I hope to meet him someday. He's out doing some crazy riding right now with his girlfriend, I think. So anyway, keep the rubber side down, ride safe. Those of you that are going to rallies, have fun, stay safe. Indian rally this weekend for me, and then I won't be able to make the Arizona motorcycle rally the weekend after, but those of you that do, have fun, because the next rally for us is going to be Sturgis, and hopefully we'll have the Indian Pursuit by then to ride down to Sturgis. And this has probably gone on a little longer than I anticipated, but I'm going to go ahead and post the whole thing along with the other video that I did while I was at Indian. So it'll start out a little backwards. So this will be the first part of the video, and then I'll go ahead and play out what I had recorded and posted in one of the FTR groups on Facebook. And with that, Espinoza out. Good morning. It's 24 March. Just brought my bike into my local dealership, Indian of Albuquerque, which is actually about 90 miles from where I live. They're the only dealership in New Mexico. And they are going to check my bike out for the first long run that I'm going to do on this FTR next weekend. It's about 450 miles from here to the first IMRG rally in Tucson, Arizona. So they are going to do a safety / service check on it, because I just got the 5,000 mile service on it. The bike's got 5,630 miles on it right now, and about the only thing I may need is a rear tire, but we'll see what they say. But I do this for all my bikes if I take long runs on them. But the only one I've ever done long runs on besides this bike is my 2001 Sportster and my 2003 Fat Boy from Harley Davidson. And I do the same thing on those. Before I take a long run, I always take them in, regardless of whether or not I've had recent service, to get them checked out to make sure that there is nothing that was missed or that could have possibly happened between that service and the run that I do. So I'll probably end up riding about 1,300 miles total by the time I'm done with this run next weekend. And what I've done to get ready for this, besides bringing it in, is I purchased the Indian OEM messenger bag and hardware for it. So this is the rack that it mounts onto. I don't have the bag on it right now. I'm getting some patches sewn on it to personalize it. And I have another bag that I've shown that fits perfectly over my seat, and I use that normally on my Buell Firebolt, but it fits perfect on here, and I'm going to use it on here. I just strap it in, and I'll do another video showing my prep for the ride. Putting it onto here, I thought about putting it under the seat, but I think I'm just going to leave it like that because it's too much of a hassle. This is not a quick release, so you have to unscrew everything to get the seat off. And then my wife bought me a 3-liter portable gas can that fits perfectly on here, and the only thing I got to do is get some straps to strap it in, because it did not come with hardware to be able to mount it on that rack. So there's my 22 FTR-S, getting ready to do the first long run on it. And the bike is not perfect. Could use longer range on the fuel, but what I found on cruise control on the highway, I'm averaging 45 miles to the gallon, 3.4 gallons of gas, and I'm doing just fine. Plus I'm going to get another 30 or 40 miles of range with the 3 liters of extra fuel that I'm bringing with me. But I've plotted out my route to where I know I'm going to have enough range to make all the fuel stops. My wife helped me plan out my route with planning for fuel stops. So the seat, it could always be softer on any bike, including on my Fat Boy, and I have an aftermarket seat on my Fat Boy, not the one that the Fat Boy came with from the factory. And every seat can always be more comfortable, but you know, I have found no problems on this seat, and I've spent several hours on the seat. I haven't done a long run like I'm going to do next weekend, but I've done 3 or 4 hours in the seat on a ride during the day and haven't really had any issues with it. My windshield that I bought because I use this bike as a daily rider works just fine. I get buffering from the good buffering from the neck down. I get wind on my from the neck up, but it's nothing that overly fatigues me. The other thing that could be better, but I got them for the looks, is Rhizoma Mirrors aren't the best, but they're good enough, and I did purchase them not knowing whether they were going to be better than the original ones or not, but I got them because I think they look better. The other ones weren't ugly, I didn't think they were, but these ones look way better. So they are not the best mirrors. Also got the Indian phone mount for the FTR. When I did the build on the bike, it did not allow me to build the bike with Rhizoma mirrors and this, but as I've shown in an earlier video, they mounted just fine. There was enough thread for the Rhizoma mirror and this bolt to hold both the mirror in and attach the mount from the Indian the RAM cell phone holder here. So no issues with that. And like I said, the fuel, yeah, it'd be great to have more fuel on the bike, but like I understand what Indian was doing. You know, you sacrifice a little bit for something on anything, and there is no bike that's perfect at everything, but it's got plenty of range for the fuel stops that I need to do on this run. And if they were going to sacrifice a little bit of fuel for the beauty of this bike, I got no problem with that, because the bike looks awesome from every angle. These FTRs really don't have a bad side to them. I have a buddy who has a Sportster S, and it's a good looking bike. I'm a Sportster fan. I have 2 Sportsters myself, the older ones. But the Sportster does have a bad side, which is one reason that Harley Davidson did not put a disc brake on this side of that Sportster, is because this is the good side of the Sporty. This is their picture side right here. So they didn't want to disturb the picture side of the Sportster. And if you look at the new Sportsters, I don't know what Harley Davidson did, but they got some kind of god-awful coil or something that comes out over here on the Sportster. I'm not sure why they did that. But this FTR that Indian made, the left side without the non-muffler side looks fantastic on the bike, and the muffler side, which is normally the picture side of any bike, looks fantastic on the bike. But the design team at Indian and their engineers, because this bike rides amazing, did an awesome job working together to have a bike that looks beautiful from every angle. So there it is. I am going to stop this video for now, and I will probably post this one on the FTR site, probably on my page also, and I may include this one on YouTube separate, or do it as part of my video that I'll do as with a prep for the ride. I'm not sure. So with that, I got the bike here at Indian of Albuquerque for a safety check, possible tire replacement. And with that, I hope you all are having a good start to your riding season. Keep the rubber side down. Ride safe. Espinosa out.